Welcome back to Crypto Meets AI. Jerry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm. Now let's get into this. We're sitting at $2.98, trading within a range of $2.97 to $3.04. We're down about 1.5% on the 24-hour. We did drop below that $3 mark again. We'll see where we go from here, but 280 may be inside again. And let's go down that old rabbit hole. This really isn't a rabbit hole. It's pretty much been proven, I believe. The Hinman paradox. Why ETH, not XRP? 2018. One speech shook the markets. Ethereum was declared not a security. XRP wasn't given the same pass. Why ETH and not XRP? Let's find out. SEC Director Bill Hinman told the packed audience, ETH is not a security. Markets cheered, ETH soared, but the fine print, there was no official rule, just a speech. Leaked SEC emails later revealed internal confusion. Staff worried this doesn't match the law. They knew clarity was missing, yet the speech went live. Fast forward to December 2022. The SEC sues Ripple, targeting XRP as an unregistered security. Billions wiped out from retail bags overnight. So why did ETH get a free pass? While XRP got dragged into a 3-year lawsuit, some point to lobbying, Ethereum's early backers had strong DC ties. Conferences, law firms, revolving doors. The ETHgate whispers never died. Meanwhile, XRP's growth was strangled. Exchange delisted, liquidity dried up, ETH thrived, and XRP bled out. 2023, a federal judge rules that many XRP sales were not securities, a major blow to the SEC theory. Vindication or damage already done? And who could have benefited from this selective clarity? ETH Wells, Wall Street giants, someone else. 2018, one speech, two markets, trillion-dollar consequences. Coincidence or coordination? The Hinman paradox. And if you found this information valuable, please share, like, subscribe, and comment down below. You know the routine. And Flare's minting cap has been raised to 1.75 million. Let's see how F assets handle another million XRP. Day one, 750K FXRP on Songbird. Early demand is clear, but our focus remains on stability and security first. Now everyone is watching to see what real demand looks like on Flare. And this is a major bullish announcement for Chainlink. We're excited to announce that Chainlink and the United States Department of Commerce have worked together to bring the U.S. government macroeconomic data on-chain. These new Chainlink data feeds securely deliver critical information around key U.S. economy metrics on-chain, sourced from the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Metrics include real gross domestic product, GDP, personal consumption expenditures, PCE, price index, and real final sales to private domestic purchasers. Bringing key U.S. government data on-chain unlocks innovative use cases for blockchain markets, including automated trading strategies, increased composability of tokenized assets, the issuance of new types of digital assets, real-time prediction markets for crowdsourced intelligence, transparent dashboards powered by immutable data, DeFi protocol risk management based on macroeconomic factors. These data assets are updated monthly or quarterly as applicable, and are initially being made available across 10 blockchain ecosystems, starting with Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Botanix, Ethereum, Linea, Mantle, Optimism, Sonic, and ZKC. Support for additional blockchain networks can be incorporated over time based on user demand. This development builds upon Chainlink's accelerated work with the U.S. government in 2025, including meeting with several key officials and regulators to make policy recommendations that are advancing the growth of the blockchain industry. You know, I gotta say it, my friends, the institutions are here, and in this case, the government is here. A confidential webinar reveals 91% of financial institutions will be migrated to ISO 222 by the November 2025 deadline, despite slow public adoption. Listen closely.
So I think it's a lot of effort for us to learn that. There's a lot of legacy systems, and really kind of, again, one of the great benefits of the ISO 20022 migration, the reason why we're seeing this and we're the whole global community, because as you said, Omar, the instant payment systems in a lot of countries have already been on ISO 20022, but the reason why we're doing it in the cross-border space is really for that richer data. Just as an example, I always like to point out the MT103 is around 2,000 characters versus the PAX 08 is over 8,000 characters. Having so much more richer data in there, it takes effort. It does take a lot of work. I think that's the reason that we're seeing it. But what I will say is when we come down to the ISO adoption, we're at 38.5% right now. Obviously, a lot of countries are going with their local market infrastructures, which maybe causes is reason why we're not at, maybe higher. But, we do Swift, we are interviewing the top 175 institutions on a quarterly basis. And, they're all, and those cover around 86% of our total traffic. And they are telling us that, they will be ready. We will be sending 100% native ISO by November. So we do fully expect to see a huge number of our clients ready by November, even if we're only at 38.5% right now.
November of this year will allow the floodgates to be completely wide open. And let me ask you all a question. Can NASA's HBAR tie-in catapult Hedera's price to $2? NASA starts Legitech trials for verified satellite data sharing, paving the way for Hedera's imminent adoption in aerospace. NASA had been exploring the capabilities of Hedera Hashgraph for aerospace applications. The DLT could work as an additional trust layer to verify intergalactic data. The potential integration of HBAR into NASA's related ecosystem could come along with the carbon credit market, said to bring $1 billion on-chain this year. The $2 long-term target mirrors the 4.618 Fibonacci level, but there's quite a few steps to conquer before that. Particularly, 30% support level serves as a major demand zone, but only a break above 46 cents would constitute a continuation of a long-lasting bullish trend. With Cbo's in-person perspective confirm active banking discussions on Ripple ODL and blockchain implementation. Yes, we do know about on-demand liquidity in Ripple. And the key part at the end is we aren't partnered with Ripple yet.
We're here at Cbo's, and this gentleman is taking his time to answer a couple questions about blockchain and if it's going to be implemented in the banking system. Can you let us know how Swift is going to use blockchain for sending money?
I'm not sure how Swift going to do it, but for sure they will. It's on its way, and we are doing trials on it.
Very good. Do you know about on-demand liquidity and DLT?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know about a company called Ripple, and are they being used?
Of course we do.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Do you know about bills of lading going to bills of e-lading in the UK?
No, we are not involved on that.
Okay, but do you know about it being used on the blockchain? Yes. Trading is going to be on the blockchain?
We had listened about it, but we are not involved in it
right.
at the moment.
Are you connected with Ripple in any way, a partner with Ripple?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's a very good answer. All right, I really appreciate your time. And can I ask your name? Or?
Right, from Eco Technologies.
Nice. And are you here from Portugal?
Portugal.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming to Canada and have a wonderful trip back home.
Okay. Thank you very much. You
take care. Thank you.
I would have to say that's pretty damn good confirmation that they're going to be working with XRP, HBAR, XDC, XLM, the four horsemen, and the proof is in the pudding. The bond market is the backbone to any monetary system. We are getting the Clarity Act passed and signed into law just like the Genius Act. Why? This isn't about making us rich. The U.S. government needs the Clarity Act passed into law in order to issue bonds to private stablecoin issuers. Make no mistake, this is for them, not for us. We just get to get rich in spite of them, and they don't have the time to care. This is mission critical for the U.S. dollar. Lock and load. When your own U.S. treasuries happen to buy back $1.4 billion of its own debt, and it's now a total of $7.4 billion in the last 2 weeks, you know there's a liquidity crisis impending. Ripple and XRP plan to replace the entire 155 trillion remittance system, not partner with it, replace it. Navin Gupta said it himself. Ripple is the payments what Google is the search. This is why we've never faded XRP. History is being written. You still think XRP at 4 digits sounds wild?
How do you think, what is the next move, on Ripple's roadmap, in your opinion? To put you on the spot here.
No, it's very simple. So I think one thing, if there is one message that you can get in this room is Ripple is not an ordinary company. We are not here to make us have a small market share or do X, do Y and make small amount of money or something to happen. We are here to make a dent in the universe. Either we will change the remittance universe, the way you understand, the way value gets transferred across the world, between people, between institutions, or we will just fade away. So it's almost 0 or 1. And some of it comes from our Silicon Valley arrogance. Some of it comes from, that's the reason 6 years ago, we were born with the mission of moving money like information moves today, right? And we are making it possible working with the existing ecosystem. So I think this is a key differentiator about Ripple. And that's the reason we are a monoline company. Every day we get tens of ideas to say, why don't you do security settlement? Why don't you work in trade finance? Why don't you do X, Y, Z? And what we tell them is just cross-border remittances is $155 trillion problem. We'll solve this first. We'll make a difference to everybody who's present in this room. And once we have made the difference, then only we will look at something else. So we are like Google is for search, Ripple is for remittances. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right, and we will not rest till we earn your respect and your business.
I honestly believe they have solved the 155 trillion remittance problem. That's why they've moved on to tokenized assets, custody, and all these other digital solutions that they're moving into. What do you guys think? Could ZBCN become one of the most used cryptos in the world? When you look at what Zebec is building with the streaming payments, the case is stronger than you think. Here's why and what it's up against. Zebec, why ZBCN could be one of the most used cryptos. We're going to go over the pros and the risks. Pros, already live adoption, 44 million monthly payroll. First mover in streaming payments. It's got a broad ecosystem, payroll, cards, treasury, and DPIN. backed by Circle, Coinbase, Solana Ventures, and Lightspeed. The risks, speculation, crypto payroll is still in the gray zone globally. Market cycles, bear market hits adoption, competition, others will chase streaming rails. And last up, money moves like data, and I'm still not sure why that is a risk. Well, that's what I have for you folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Mates AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.